Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Bianca. Today we are going to make a costume that I've always wanted to make ever since I've seen this film, and that is Yzma from The Emperor's New Groove. I'm going to make a dress out of this fabric, and my friend Monique told me and suggested that I use fabric that isn't just all one color because it can be a little bit difficult to see on camera, and she's right. So I think this fabric is gonna be a little bit better than all the other ones that I've been using. This is the front side of the fabric. It's kind of like a purple, it's like a dark purple. And this is the back of the fabric. It is a lot darker, so that's the difference. I know, it's like barely any difference. Please, Monique, let me know if this is okay. And if it's not, then I'll try to do better. And if you agree with Monique, let me know in the comments too. But this is the fabric I'm going to be using. The dress that Yzma wears that I'm really inspired by is this one over here. It is kind of like a black color, but if you see it in like different illustrations, it kind of has that purple hue to it. So I am thinking I'm going to use the back side of this fabric because it looks black, but you could still kind of see some of that purple coming through. So instead of this being the back, this is going to be the front of the fabric. I was rummaging around my patterns to see if I had something very similar to that dress, and I came across this one here. This is Bodice $30.99, and I am looking to make this view right here, view B. It does have a few slits on the side, and we obviously need a good slit because Yzma, she always be sticking her legs out. She was just showing the world what she had, and I appreciate that. So I'm gonna try to make a good slit on this dress as well. I do have to make it longer, so we'll see if we can do that too. I've already cut up all of my pieces, so they're hanging off of Rosita right now. I have to get them all situated and marked, and then once I have that, we can just get started on sewing. If this is content that you do enjoy, please make sure to give this video a like and consider subscribing to see more videos like this one. I'm gonna get those pattern pieces right now and get started on sewing. With the help of my assistant, I started working on putting these pattern pieces together. This wasn't a good fabric because I wasn't even able to figure it out. Oh my gosh, I'm not even kidding. It took me way too long to figure out. I don't even know if I figured it out yet, but this is taking me way longer than I really wanted it to take me. I don't know why this is longer here than the other one. Maybe because I did an extra amount. I should probably cut that. Okay, I'm gonna cut that. Okay, so I need to sew this to the sides and the straps. So I'll just get those ready so I can get that done at the same time. Pinning the straps together was a breeze, but pinning the facing, oh my goodness, I had the hardest time because I couldn't figure out which one was the right side and the wrong side. If you don't figure this out, oh my gosh. Oh my goodness. All right, I think I got all of the pieces pinned to start sewing just for the bodice. So I have the bodice front with the bodice back, the straps, and the facing. So let's do a little bit of sewing. After I finished sewing these pieces, I trimmed the sections I needed to trim, and I turned my straps inside out. So y'all saw that I just got this to work. Yay! So these are our straps. They're so thin. Perfect for Yzma. So this is what the bodice is looking like. I do think that this has an elastic waistband, which I kind of have been wanting more dresses like that because they're a little bit more comfortable, especially in the summer. This isn't that great of a summer fabric, I'm gonna be honest. I think this is more like some polyester something. It's not gonna be great during the summer, but it'll be good for a Halloween costume. These straps are going to go right here, and I need to sew the facing onto the top. I haven't done that yet because the pattern calls to make us an edge, like a clean edge all around the bottom of the facing. And I haven't done that yet, so I need to do that before I put this on the actual bodice. Hopefully we'll have a bodice pretty soon, but it's dinner time, so I'm gonna go get some food and make some cookies. I know it's like really hot, but you know, we need a dessert. If I don't get to it today, I'll get to it tomorrow, and I'll just show you where I am. The next day, I zigzagged around the edge of the facing instead of folding it. All of those angles, I just didn't want to deal with it. I then pinned the straps to the front section of the bodice and then pinned the facing. But before I take this to the sewing machine, you all know that Assistant Teddy has to play with the straps. I already sewed this all around, the facing to the bodice, and I have my straps in there. So I need to understitch and then clip all of the curves. And once that's done, I should have a bodice. So this is the part where I looked at the instructions one more time and was a little confused. Because the instructions basically said to put the straps at the front and not in the back, I followed, which is an odd thing for me to do. I realized that I didn't put the straps in the back. So I put this on to measure where the straps would go, unpicked the back section, slipped the straps in there, and sewed it right back up. Hi, good morning. It's kind of weird that I'm, vertical instead of horizontal as a normal YouTube video would be, but I kind of want to show you what I'm wearing. Oh my god, just kidding. The skirt. So the skirt pattern originally is that long, and you all know how I feel, or I think you might know by now that I don't like really long skirts or skirts that hit me in the calf. I'm 5'4", it just is, I don't like how it looks. I like showing off my little gams, okay? So I'm gonna do it. But with this one, we need it to be much longer. So I cut my pattern piece really long. I hope that this is gonna be okay. I'm kind of excited. I do wear long dresses, but it's not my preference. But yeah, this is the length that we're going with today. And I do have the slits sectioned off on the side. I think I might just do one side. Yeah, I think I'll just do the one side. But that's what this is looking like. So I'm gonna be working on this today. And it has pockets because we need pockets. And I'm sure Yzma needs pockets to put her little potions in there. All right. To work on the skirt, I first started with the side that was going to be open. I had to fold that down and then fold it again to make it a nice clean finish. I then started pinning my pockets on these pieces and sewed those up. After they were sewn, I gave them a nice little press. right, so now that I have this sewn on, this is what they call the clean edge. I learned something new today. I'm gonna put these right sides together and then sew up the side seams. I have to sew from this point to this point, and then of course from, you know, the top to this point here. Only on the side that has the leg exposed. And I've decided that I'm gonna have just the left side exposed, not the right. So over here, I'm just gonna do a straight seam all the way down. I think it's gonna look pretty good. All right, so I have the skirt done, ironed, pinked, and everything, and I have these two pins up here because I really want the slit to be on the left side, and I kept moving it to the right, like my brain wasn't functioning and like wasn't registering that. Anyway, it's the exact same pattern pieces. Because it was the same, I was getting confused, and I didn't want the slit to be on the right side. Anyway, now I have to put the bodice piece with the skirt. And this is gonna be like I mentioned, it's an elastic waistband. And I did that in the previous sewing video. And let's just hope that this one turns out okay. I wanna make sure that the finish inside is a little bit cleaner than the other one that I made. So let's give it a go. I put the bodice inside of the skirt with right sides facing together and pinned that all the way around. I then sewed it and clipped the bodice section only. I gave it a good press so that it would make sure that the seam looks really nice. And this is the difficult part. The seam of the skirt, I had to fold down and press so that it creates a really clean casing for my elastic to fit in. I'll let you know how that went. All right, so there are a few sections that didn't quite fold over. I think that I should have folded the skirt a 1/4 of an inch prior to sewing it to the bodice. That would have made it so much easier to fold over and not have these like sections that I wasn't able to fold and make like a clean edge. But that's all right. I mean, I'm learning. So all I need to do is put the elastic in there, and then I think the dress is done. I actually forgot I also need to hem the dress. So. All right, so the dress is done, and I was seriously just about to start putting on my makeup and like getting ready to transform into Yzma, and then I looked at a picture of her and remember that I need to make a collar because she has like all of the feathers. I have these feathers I got at Remainders because I love Remainders. They're gonna be fine. They're not like, you know, they don't stick up like hers do, but I'm not gonna buy like actual feathers because feathers are expensive. Like, I don't know if you've ever gone shopping and looked at the prices of feathers. They're expensive. So I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna just figure out how to make this look like it's enough, or I'm gonna try to make them with fabric. I'm gonna try to make that. Maybe. I don't know, because I'm getting kind of tired already. I'm tired. And I've only been awake for a few hours. Just kidding. It's like 3. It's 3 in the afternoon, so I'm tired. Yeah, so for the collar, I looked up like a pattern on how to do a circle skirt and how to make a collar. And you kind of just need the measurement of your neck. And I had already done that. Then you do some math and you take that measurement, you equal that. You basically have to find the radius of it. It's a whole thing. And pi is involved. The point is that I got like 2 point something. So I'm gonna work on that. So tired. I had lunch, I had In-N-Out, and now I'm like, I'm tired. I even had soda. All right, so I'm gonna make that collar, and Then maybe I'll dress up as Yzma. I'm not sure yet, but we'll work on the collar. All right, so to make this, I needed the circumference of my neck, which was 14 inches, and you divide that by 6.284, which will give you the radius. For me, that was 2.227. I marked that at the very corner of my piece of fabric, which was folded twice. And then I drew this like shape that I wanted the actual collar to be. I will definitely be linking the video that I used to get this math equation for you to check out, because this is just a really quick summary of it. All right, so this is what it's looking like. I think this is gonna be fine. I'm not gonna make it like super well, obviously, but this looks pretty good. I just have to like make sure that it lays flat. Yeah, I think this is gonna work. All right, I'm probably just gonna put like some hook and eyes in the back, but I hope that works. I think this will be fine. Let me put the microphone on. Yeah, so I'm just gonna work on that, and then I think after that, we're good for the reveal. So I ended up making some feathers for my collar piece. To make these feathers, I grabbed some purple fabric and cut out a shape similar to a feather or a leaf. From there, I glued some wire to the back of my feather. I then covered some of these sections with another smaller piece of fabric just to cover the wire, make it look nice. Once that's covered, I clipped this piece like you see, giving it that feather look. Once it was clipped, I put this on my collar. And here is the final look. I love it. Oh my God. I've always wanted to dress up as Yzma, and I finally got to do it. Let's just talk about the final look. These earrings I crocheted. It's just a very flat circle that you can crochet. I put a small little tab at the top and glued the backing of an earring in there. So those are my earrings. And I actually crocheted those last year for last year's Copper Top costume ball. And I didn't do it last year, but I'm so happy that I waited this year because I found the perfect purple fabric for these feathers. And that way I don't have to go purchase feathers because those are expensive. I think this collar piece turned out great. There are a few things that I wish I could do better because I do have a few of these feathers pinned to this turban because they just kept falling down, but that's my bad because I didn't glue them properly. I glued them just like a little bit off of the wire, and you need to glue them with the wire part, otherwise it's just gonna flop down, trust me. The dress, gorgeous. I love how it fits. The only issue, as you can see, every now and then it does fall, but that's fine. I can probably pin a little bit of the straps in here, and that'll be probably in the back so that you don't really notice it. But I love the slit of the dress. It's very small. I wish it went all the way to my thigh, but I didn't do that. So next time, if I do make this dress, I'll remember to do that. My makeup. It's probably my favorite part of the entire thing. So my makeup, I don't know if you can tell, but I am painted purple. Like, I don't think you can see it in the camera very well, but my face is also painted purple. I did some eyeshadow contouring. I even tried to contour my nose. I painted little triangles here to make it look as if my nose is uplifted, and I painted my lips a little bit of a darker purple red, kind of similar to my nails. The eyelashes I found on Amazon. I'll put the link in the description. I don't get any commission off of that. I don't have a big enough following, so it is what it is, but I am here to help you. And the paint color, it is a Marron. It's a Marron stick, like a cream stick. I'll also put the link in the description for you as well. So this piece here, this one is giving me like a hard time, but it's not foam. It's actually a very thin piece of cardboard that I covered in that fabric, the same fabric that I used for these feathers. And I pinned it to the top of the turban. I didn't glue it because I don't want to ruin this turban. Like, you know, if you've seen any of my videos, just roll up the cardboard a little bit and it will hopefully stay up. It's been doing a great job right now, but every now and then, if I just like whoop, it'll go back. You see? But that's fine. You can always just plop it back up. I hope that you enjoyed this video as much as I enjoyed dressing up as Yzma. Again, I'm super bummed that I have nowhere to go because I think that this makeup look is just, it's one of my favorites that I've done. I don't know. Oh my god, this drop keeps falling. Let me know in the comments what if you enjoyed this video, what would you do differently, or what things you are thinking of doing, or if you're planning to dress up as Yzma. Let me know. If you enjoyed this video, please make sure to give it a like and consider subscribing to see more videos like this one. If you do make an Yzma costume using anything from my tutorial or from this video, like the feathers, let me know by tagging me on Instagram or TikTok, even Pinterest. I am pretty much everywhere. I'm even on Threads, but I just don't really put anything on there. If you'd like to support my channel in other ways than likes, subscribes, and comments or shares, you can provide me a tip on Ko-fi. I'll put the link in the description box below. Thanks again for watching, and I'll see you all next time. Bye!